Hey, what's up, guys? So it's been a little bit since I made my last video. Here's my new design. I haven't actually cut any of the pieces yet. I got a few boards lying around. I decided to pull my old box out because I'm ready for something a little bit smaller but a little bit more efficient. Actually, a lot more efficient. So I ended up putting these arrow tubes on. I didn't show any videos actually, but it was doing about 22 hertz at 136 dB. So I know numbers and everything, but it completely rattled the crap out of my truck. And maybe I'll make a video about that as well. But for now, this is actually what's my old system. No, the pipes are taped up, but you know what? Duct tape actually fixes everything. Put that up top and the wire running. So anyways, back to my design. So actually, this was designed from an 1850 Kerwin Vega, or Cerwin Vega, as they like to say it, design. But I actually extended the chamber, taken for granted this is a 2 foot by 4 foot by 3/4 inch piece of MDF, and I wanted to go compact, so I went with a 2 foot by 2 foot design. And so it's going to be 2 feet in width, 2 feet in height, and the depth is actually only going to be a foot. So I actually built this up, just pretty much said, you know what, let's go for it. So if you can see how I have it running, I've got about 1 inch at the top, starts out, and gradually comes down. So it pretty much does this, runs all the way down here, then comes down here, it comes up. And you can see how the path actually gets wider through the entire thing. It's consistent. And I wasn't quite sure how it was going to work out, but I think I'll be able to get some pretty good response. And so this board's going to be cut in half. I'm going to completely duplicate this design onto this side so that when I put all the screws and stuff together that I don't screw up or miss one of the little struts. There's actually not much bracing when it comes to this because it pretty much braces itself. Every corridor, like for instance, this will be a brace for this wall. This will be a brace down here, pretty much for this wall, and this right here. Anything that's highlighted in black is just the actual corner pieces, because I know they say you want it to be kind of rounded out. I was going to use a sheet to curve this, but I think this may be better just because the fact that I actually kept the horn consistency, because most of the time when people have a horn, it actually comes down and it flattens out this way, so that all they have is this uprise. But if you look at it, it's actually getting wider all the way to this point. So from 8.5 inches to 14 and say 5 inches, so it gains about 1 inch for every inch. And you can see how the actual piece actually runs all the way down. So it is a horn structure, and it pretty much comes out as a horn, and that's what it looks like. Last thing is I'm actually going to build, which most people for some reason they don't understand this, but when you put your subwoofer in a box and you seal it up, it is a pain in the butt to get out. That's why my last box, or actually my second to last box, which was this one, I actually used this meshing right here, which is actually just door screen, which is actually super nice because it actually compressed on the box, and then you can actually screw the entire thing down and you don't have to worry about glue and nails and stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm actually putting from about here, I'm going to put like from here to here, I'm going to put a door on top so that you can actually pull the sub in and out if you need to, in case you have to make any repairs, because everything is going to be completely sealed up once I get done, and the only thing that's actually going to have any chance of getting this off is just this lid that's going to go straight across here. So that should be good. Other than that, I haven't actually mapped out how many cubes. I think over here is going to be about 1 cube, because this is a 2 foot by 2 foot design, which would be 4 times 1 is 4, and then if you say it's in cubic feet, so that's pretty much going for the area. So it's about 4 cubes on the same standard. So it's 4 cubes, and so I've got about 1 cube there, and then the rest of the structure is going to take it up. And I've actually mapped the path, and it's about 10.5 feet in terms of horn length. And I know when they say more folds is actually worse for your horn, because even though it's creating more output, it creates more distortion, and vice versa. It's pretty hard to have a single straight horn that's 28 feet long inside a car, because unless you're driving a semi, that's about all you can do. And then the last thing, I'm only going to do this box in 3/4 inch. That's it. I'm going to be running 1500 RMS to this sub, and I'm actually going to build 2 boxes. But each box, since you have half the power running to it, you only need about 3/4 inch, maybe double baffle. Just depends on what I want to do, how much room I have to spare. But yeah, that's kind of what it's looking like. I should be done in probably 3 or 4 days. Got some stuff going on as well. But yeah, all the marks that I've done is pretty much just where it's at. So I may put little struts or something. I mean, I see a lot of people where they'll put the whole piece in and they'll cut a hole out with a miter saw or a rotor. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, as long as you can glue it down, make it structurally sound, and it's not going to destroy itself, then you should be fine. And the box is going to be very light. The box that I have in my truck is probably 250 pounds, because I use 2 sheets of, actually 2.5 sheets of 3/4 inch MDF, and this box with everything is probably going to weigh like 40 pounds. So I can actually take this, because it's only 24 inches by 24 inches, I can take this and stick it inside my truck any direction. Doesn't really matter. I mean, it's pretty much a versatile system this time around. So I can actually put up my back seats, because it's kind of a pain having those down, and then people want to go for a ride and it's like I can't. And then yeah, there's going to be some bracing right here at the mouth. There's going to be a piece this way and a piece this way. Now, if anybody's ever seen a TS42, it's called the Matterhorn, and it's a folded horn enclosure, and the only difference between that enclosure, which takes a long time to find the plans, because Gibson Guitars doesn't want to tell you how they actually created it. Their sub is facing the opposite direction, so that there's actually the cavities like that, and the sub's here, and then it goes up, down, and around, and that's the S figure. So I went for the N, so you can actually see the N. So you got the N right here. But pretty much this was the best way I could do it. I can move the sub whenever I need to. The box isn't very large, because I mean, most sub boxes aren't they're probably 2 cubes at most, even with 2 12s. But when you're talking about folded horns, they need to be larger. And at the same time, when you come with really big folded horns, which is, I've actually seen, like this box over here was 9 cubes, and this one is 4 cubes. So, but it's also going to weigh less. It's got half the size, and I can pretty much place it wherever I want. So anyways, that's how it's going. Hopefully I can get another video of me building this, and yeah, comment, let me know what you guys think, and just get back to me when you guys get a chance. Okay, thanks.